Today marks the start of the second Royal Rumble Diaper Drive, of which we are a sponsor. Now, think coats for kids, but for diapers. Between now and May 16th, various locations around the Fox Cities, like our lobby, will be accepting diaper donations. Those donations will go to 11 area nonprofits to provide these essential items for those in need, and there is a big need. And we welcome in Laura Keel. She is the board president and the founder of Heads Up Fox Cities, one of the nonprofits taking part in the drive. You also took part in year one. Your goal is 30,000 diapers here in year two, Laura. How much of that is based on what you saw in year one? And does this drive differ in any way from year one?
Yeah, so last year we had a goal of 3,000 and we got over 10,000. So we feel like the community is behind us and we really want to see that scale.
So if you went to 10,000 this year, you're tripling that. And if you do some math, some of the research that's been put out around the drive, right? A baby can go through 300 diapers in a month, maybe 2,000 diapers in a year in their first year alone. So if you do that math and you hit 30,000 diapers and it's one baby doing 2,000, you're talking about 15 babies. So that doesn't seem like a lot, but tell us how this is actually designed to work, because it doesn't sound as if we're going to supply one baby all the diapers they need until they don't need them any longer.
So for Heads Up specifically, we have an open pantry. So we look at what is somebody's need. We have them come in and they take what they need at that time. For us, diapers means that those parents can take as many as they need to support their kids.
Okay. What happens when you run out of diapers?
That's the best we can do. So we really look at an open pantry as when we have the supplies, we give them. And when we don't anymore, then we look for other ways we can support.
Do you know how the other nonprofits use theirs? Are there others of the other 10 that are set up, similar to what yours is, with an open pantry?
I'm not sure if they have open pantries, but our intention with this drive was to look for organizations that have very low barriers to access.
Okay. And what that does, obviously, is allows those folks the ability to use the money they might spend on diapers for other necessities. That's where that goes. You folks work with foster children. At least one of the other nonprofits works with foster children. Why is that such an acute need?
So we work specifically with folks who have been in the child welfare system versus the younger foster kids. And for us, a lot of families have kids very young after being in foster care. It's just one of the statistics that we see. So for us, being able to build trust by saying, hey, here's a basic need that you have, how can we support that? That's our first step into showing them that we aren't the system that they've been part of before and that we really want to empower them to grow.
How are the nonprofits chosen? You just mentioned what your aim is and what your goal is. Do all the nonprofits align similarly? Who's in charge of determining who gets to partake in the diaper drive?
So that's a conversation that we have as a group, trying to find who has very low barriers and a high need for the supplies. And then how do we make sure that each community is keeping the diapers in their own space so that they can feel connected to those organizations?
Do all the nonprofits share equally in whatever the final donation total is? How do you disperse what is donated?
So each organization is assigned some Fox Communities Credit Union branches, and whatever those branches bring in, they keep.
Okay, so it is branch specific, and we have a lot of that information on our website as well, WBAY.com. You can also drop them here at the lobby at WBAY. We hope to be building diaper castles, I believe, is how that works towards the end of this, at the end of next week sometime. You know, we talk a lot on this program. We've done the Coats for Kids campaign. This is kind of similar, right? We ask people to drop it off here or other spots. One of the things with coats that I think people are very familiar with, Laura, is there's often specific sizes, right? There's specific needs. We know not one diaper fits all, right? So are there tailored or targeted sizes that you folks need?
Specifically 4, 5, 6, and pull-ups. We find that a lot of people, as they're donate the high number boxes, and that leaves us with less of the larger sizes that children are in longer.
Okay, so you would like people to think about that. And we do this with Toys for Tots as well. You don't forget the certain age groups out there, and in this case, don't forget the certain size groups out there. Whether it's coats, Laura, or some of the other campaigns that we visit with folks here on this program regularly and other programs, one thing we always hear about Northeast Wisconsin is that it answers the call. This is year 2 for you folks. You already told us you exceeded the goal in year 1. What other evidence do you have to suggest that not only will they answer the call this year, but this is something that can be woven into the fabric of Northeast Wisconsin, just like Coats for Kids, just like Toys for Tots?
Yeah, I think we saw that great turnout, and we've heard great things from the community about how they felt involved in specific organizations. And it's fun to watch people build castles and to have a little friendly competition.
So what would your reminder be to folks out there so this stays in the forefront of their minds when they're at the store? They go to Target, they go to Costco, they go to Walmart, whatever. If you can, just pick up a box of diapers?
Yeah, exactly. Do what works for you. Whatever you're able to do makes an impact. So we hope to see folks who can provide a little bit and folks who can provide a lot. And all of those go towards the community, and they're all important.
Well, year 1, big success, more than 3 times your goal. If you do more than 3 times your goal this year, that will be an awful lot of diapers. Again, more information at WBAY.com. Laura from Heads Up Fox Cities, thanks so much. Good luck with this.
Thank you for having me.